Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of From Page to Stage. Now, I'm delighted to share with you this interview with Mariya. Now, I'm probably going to say your surname wrong, so I'll let you say it, please, Mariya.
Molduvanova.
Molduvanova. Right, Mariya Molduvanova, who is based in the US, spends some time in the UK. But my goodness, with a name like Mariya Molduvanova, where are you from? Tell us a bit more about where you're from and how you've got to this place in your life.
Oh my, that's a very long story. How much time we have?
Just the cliff notes.
And it's a little bit similar to what you are going through right now, to be honest. So let's connect it. I'm originally from Bulgaria.
Okay.
Eastern Europe, small country, beautiful nature, right between Greece, Turkey, Romania, for those that are not aware where Bulgaria is. Born and raised there.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2003, I decided to take an adventure and come and work in the USA for a couple summers.
Mm-hmm. And
then 2 years later, I was lucky enough to win a green card through the lottery.
Cool.
And there when your life in 20 kilos happened for me.
Great. So you had this adventure as part of the lottery. Excellent.
Yeah. So I moved down here 2006 and lived here for 20 years.
Oh, never look back.
Well, always looking back because all my family is still there. Everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody. My parents, my brother, his family, everyone is still there. So it's still home.
Right.
Never easy. But at this point, I've been living here longer than I was living there.
Right, yeah.
So this here is home. This is where I spend my time. This is where my son was born. And it's definitely home away from home.
Cool, cool. But do you spend much time going back to Bulgaria now?
I try to visit every summer. Yeah. Whenever I can.
Cool. It is hard being away from family. I get that. I get that. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of where you're at now. And we're going to think about the page and the stage thing. So I'm going to ask you, what prompted you to write your first book? You've got 2 books out, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us what prompted you to write your first book. Because I suspect you've been writing a bit longer than you've been a published author.
Not exactly.
Oh.
Or not officially, or not owning it.
Okay.
Because the story began, actually, funny enough, exactly a year ago. It was in last April. There were some changes.
Okay.
In my work life. I was ready for an expansion. Some business partnerships fell apart.
Okay.
And I was in a place of, okay, why I'm given so much free time now? What am I asked to do? Where am I asked to be? Who am I? us to become.
Oh, some deep questions there. Mm.
And I was okay, that's what it is. Life goes on. I was in a retreat with my dear friends in New Jersey. They have their own retreat in Harmony, New Jersey. And it was one of those moments that, you know, everything is synchronicities after synchronicities. And my car turned 111,111 kilometers on the odometer. It was right past perceive your happiness, the sign of Pennsylvania. There was a sign 9/11, which for me is like November 11.
Okay.
And then I was going in Harmony, New Jersey.
Mm.
And I was helping my friends plant a garden. And we were putting seeds, and I'm putting energetic seeds.
Right.
For whatever it's next, for a new community, for new partnerships, for new relationships, for everything that is for my highest good to show up now.
Opening up. Wow.
Whatever was meant for me, because obviously.
So how did you take all of these wonderful expansion feelings and put it into something concrete on paper? If you pardon the concrete in the paper, you know what I mean. How did you bring that down to earth and write about it?
Through the process of becoming.
Process of becoming. Ooh. Now I take it that because I've seen your bio, and it's capital BE coming. So is there a little bit more you'd like to unpack around this?
Well, first of all, we came here to be us, be our authentic self, to be our true self. So, to reach our purpose, we're more or so not here to do anything.
Right. So it's that process of
we're here
to be. Yeah.
Us.
Yes. The authentic shining light.
And to uncover who we really are. And what better way to rediscover yourself than go through the process of expressing yourself page on the book.
Beautiful.
Because there is something really powerful energetically, intangibly printing the letters in the book. Because
you're absolutely right. If I can interject, because a lot of the authors that I'm working with they have published or are in the process of publishing a non-fiction, either chapter or full book, that really they've poured their heart and soul into it. They've got some origin story in there that they're sharing. And it's been part of the cathartic healing process to recognize where they came from, what the trauma, and very often it is traumatic, has been, and what they've learned from it and how they've moved on, and getting that out on paper, it really is quite part of the healing process, isn't it? But then
That's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what my first book was.
great. So it's part of your process yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the story of my voice.
Yes. Yeah.
The story of losing my voice. And through the writing of the book,
yeah,
it was actually when I received literally physical healing of my voice. I retrieved my voice as I wrote the story about losing my voice.
Very powerful, very powerful. And everybody, that's a book you need to read, because the actual losing of your voice, it's part of our identity, isn't it? And when that is no longer available to you, it's a real blow to who you are. I mean, we've discussed this offline. With my background in speech pathology, I've worked with a lot of people for whom verbal communication is not easy, and it really does impact on your sense of self and sense of self-worth. Particularly if you've had it, then you've lost it.
Yes.
And you regain it. Oh, such a joy to witness. Yeah.
Yes. And as you're saying, joy to witness, that's exactly the name of my chapter in that first book, Witness.
Yeah.
Because I chose to tell the story in a little bit of different way.
Okay.
The story was said through the eyes of my house.
Oh.
Because if the walls had eyes and could speak, how much they could tell us that even we don't want to tell ourselves.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I mean, that's a powerful thought, isn't it? If these walls could talk.
It is. And in all honesty, each and every one is one witness away from a better tomorrow, of getting closer to their true, authentic self. Even if that witness is the wall of your house or your past self,
yeah,
or your present self witnessing yourself.
Yes.
Acknowledging, I'm proud of you. Look how far we came.
It really is powerful, isn't it? Because when the authors who have put their heart and soul into their origin story on paper, and I say, okay, now next step is to talk about it, and they go, oh, out loud? You mean you want me to speak about what I've just written? I mean, that was tough enough, getting it down on paper. You want me to speak about it? Yes. And we do it from the position of your scars, not your wounds. So as you said, it's the observer role. What have I learned from this? Because then you can explain what happened without re-traumatizing yourself, which is something I'm very keen with the people that I work with, that they don't do that. I feel that I have a duty of care. Yes. Because the more you say something, the more it becomes part of your identity. And if you live in the emotion of that trauma, then you're taking yourself back there every time you speak. And it's no wonder that people don't want to talk about it. So we language it in a way that is safe for you as a speaker and also doesn't traumatize your audience.
Yeah, but this is the thing. When it's a growing experience, it doesn't have to be traumatizing. And once you have the eyes of time,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel it.
Yes.
You can harmonize it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see yourself and recognize your own shadows in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And still love yourself. And in this way, the trauma actually dissipates.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more we look at it as a trauma, as something bad,
Mm-hmm.
the more it is chasing us.
Yes.
But when we face it and we embrace it,
Mm-hmm.
and we witness ourselves, and we forgive ourselves, we forgive the other selves,
Mm-hmm.
whether or not they deserve forgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
we can truly free ourselves and our souls and move on. And from there, speak and share, because then we become the guides for someone else's experience out of the trauma.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's powerful stuff, isn't it? And we get the opportunity to, I'm not sure this is the right word, but redeem those experiences that we've had by sharing our journey, our way out of it with somebody who, as you've said, is going through it at the moment. Because I think all of us who've had these experiences have said, oh, if only there was somebody to help me out. And here I am now giving that opportunity to somebody who I would have loved to have been when I was in that situation. Yeah.
I like to use the word rewrite.
Rewrite. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why those books are so powerful.
Yes.
Because in every moment, we have the power to rewrite our past.
Yes.
As simple as deciding to view it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Victim, done to me, or here to learn from,
Mm-hmm.
grow from, expand from.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for that. So that's what prompted you to start your writing. Where did the speaking come in? Did that come in before or after the writing?
Well, you know, I lost my voice, but before losing my voice,
Mm-hmm.
I was a speaker. I
Right.
was a presenter. I was a singer. I wasn't afraid to be on stage.
So it was so hard for you to lose that voice.
Oh my God, yeah. Talk about losing your identity.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was just the natural progression was that I allowed myself to speak, and once that I stopped feeling bad about how my voice sounds. Who
Yeah.
cares how it sounds? If the message that I'm delivering, it's touching so many people.
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, I'll speak. Yes, I'll show up to summit.
Yeah.
Because my purpose here is to inspire others, to guide others,
Mm-hmm.
to shine my light into the world.
Yes.
And to do this, I need to be on bigger stages.
Yeah.
I need to allow myself to speak again.
Yeah. And it's so powerful because, yes, people will have to listen carefully to check in with what you're saying. But that's the point. When you listen with a lot more intention, with a lot more presence, you hear so much more. And that's for people whose voices have not been damaged in the way that yours has. Not damaged, but it's not as clear as it used to be, put it that way. So the fact that we're having to listen carefully to Mariya, it really just brings us back into the present. It's no good to have Mariya on in the background and try and do the dishes or do this, that, or the other. This is an interview that requires you to be fully present, fully listening, and you will get so much more as a result of this. Thank you, Mariya. Thank you. So the speaking,
the
speaking and the writing go hand in hand now, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So you're working at the moment. Tell us what you're doing at the moment. Because do you have another book in the works, or are we working with the clients? How do we find more about
right
you?
now I have 2 published.
Mm-hmm.
I am considering more books. More opportunities are coming, and I'm being asked to help others
Mm-hmm.
on that journey.
Right.
So more books will be coming.
Cool.
So stay tuned on that. But in the moment, I'm focusing on helping clients through the spiritual coaching.
Cool.
Because we are in a very pivotal moment
Right.
of ascension for the collective. And I decided to open some more one-on-one opportunities to work with me. And this is basically what I'm focusing on now.
Right.
Also working on the retreats in UK. And focusing on the spiritual expansion.
Beautiful, beautiful. So there's there's one-on-one work that people can connect with you to do, as you said, for the awakening, for the expansion of the collective. Fabulous, fabulous. You really are a wonderful conduit for that. So thank you for being you. Really appreciate that. So we've got, this is where you're at the moment, and we've got further books to come, but that's not the priority at the moment. So I'm assuming you have an author page on Amazon, do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, audience, this is where you keep going back and checking for all our guests, because if you look at their author page on Amazon, you can see when new things come up. if you've missed the launch in future. So
Yeah,
keep an eye on these.
that is actually on my Linktree, so
Excellent. Yeah.
your audience can definitely use that link and
So Mariya
refer
has
to
very kindly put everything on Linktree. So it's a one-stop shop. You hit that and you can find out all of the wonderful ways of connecting with this gorgeous lady. Very helpful. Thank you. Okay. So you're active on socials as well, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Facebook,
Facebook.
LinkedIn, Instagram, and now I do have my own YouTube channel.
Well, we've definitely got to like and subscribe to that one.
Because something very important is coming there, will be coming shortly. It's how we met.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
The podcast, which will be the next step of expanding my voice, having my own stage, and really sharing my voice.
Yeah. So with your podcast, are you planning to do it for you? By that, I mean you only, or are you planning to interview people? Is it a platform for you sharing your information? Is it a platform for you interviewing people, or are you going to do both?
It will be both. I will be sharing some of my wisdom, but the main point, and again, it's expansion of the witness team.
Yes.
Is to share the stories of all the amazing souls that I met on my journey.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
We spoke about that. It's witness, it's stories of human encounters, soul reunions, lives touched, or in short, the journey that we all walk, walking each other back home.
Beautiful. I love that, walking each other back home. Beautiful. Thank you.
That's what we're here to do.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's where
it's important to speak and to share, because you never know when your message is the one thing that somebody needs to find home.
Indeed, because again, going back to the point that a lot of our authors are reluctant to speak. Here, you've just heard it from Mariya. If you don't actually share your message, yes, you've got it in your book, but the book's not going to reach as wide an audience as if you actually speak about it, because you can get on podcasts, you can get on live stages, you can get on virtual stages. You spread your message, your legacy message. And as Mariya's just said, people will hear what they need to hear. And that's the important bit. Your job is not to focus on yourself and getting nervous about it because everybody's judging you. No, your purpose is to share the message and trust that what you're sharing is exactly what at least one person in the audience needs to hear. And you will have made that difference.
It's not about us.
Yeah.
It's really about the people that are here to hear us.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, so exciting. So exciting. Okay, so Mariya, this is where we're at the moment. Can I ask you now, because obviously you have been a professional voice user, you've lost your voice, you're regaining your voice, and I feel it's getting stronger each time we talk. So I'm going to ask you, how do you, is there anything that you specifically do to embody your powerful words when you take them from page and take them to stage?
Just connect with yourself. Be grounded in yourself. Be in body, on body.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how the most powerful messages come out. When it's a message, then it's so deeply in your heart. Even if your words are quiet, your energy, your presence, your message is powerful.
Indeed.
It goes far, and everybody can hear it.
So true, so true. So connecting with your own heart, because one of the things I say to a lot of people is that when you connect with your head and heart, where does the energy go through? Your voice. And that's the way you connect with your audience, both head and heart, to have that fully connection with yourself. Because if these two don't match, if what you're saying to yourself doesn't match your words or the energy of your words, then your non-verbals will give you away. So that's that connection that Mariya is talking about, that integrity, literally integrity. You are of one heart, mind, and spirit, that you are going to share your message so powerfully. Thank you, Mariya. That's so good.
Thank you.
As we're winding up, is there anything I've missed off? Anything you'd like to add to our conversation?
I don't think so.
Beautiful.
I think everything that we shared was so on point, and I feel really complete with our message today.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Mariya, it's been a joy and a pleasure to speak with you today, and thank you for sharing your From Page to Stage. For now,
Yeah.
from us.